So you guys were one. I'm hearing a lot of you guys. You guys wanted a theme song shortened, so here we go. This girl reviews movies, games, and books. Sometimes she plays them. So does that. And when she does it with the cat, does that make her crazy? Does that make her crazy? Probably. So it's shorter. There you go. Crazy Cat Lady or Martha Butler does not own any trailers or pictures. I use them under fair use, educational, for education and entertainment purpose.
Hi everyone, right here still. And I got a lot of news to talk about. And we're going to talk about the third episode of Ahsoka as well, if there is time after I'm done talking about all the news. So we got like at least two news that have to do basically the same thing. One news has its own news, and another news that's its own news. So we got really four, kind of really 3.5, but it depends how I look at it. But let's get on with it. So apparently, the first news is that James Gunn has been canceled again for having an opinion that he's allowed to have. That was 11 years ago. For all we know, he could have changed his mind. But no, you're never allowed to have your own opinion. If you're not, especially if you're not a filmmaker, especially you're a filmmaker. Though I don't agree with him on everything that is said here, he is allowed to have his opinion, guys. He is his own person, and you should not cancel him for having his own opinion. So, that's what I have to say about that part. But, all you can say is, I don't agree with him on this part, and that's it. No need to cancel him and tell him he can't direct anymore, but he can't direct the Batman movie or whatever, or be in charge of the DC universe. He's allowed to have his opinion. So, what did he say? Apparently, he did not like the Tim Burton movies, and maybe he doesn't like Batman Begins as much as Dark Knight, which or something like that. So yeah, apparently he says that Joker should not have been the one to kill his parents. That I agree upon him on that. You should never make Joker be the one who's in charge of killing the parents. Never make any of them, actually. Never make any of the ones that Batman is hunting for be the one who killed the parents, okay? Because that makes him out for revenge, actually. So he has a point there. Now, the whole entire thing with the Batman not being able to turn his head during the whole entire movie, it's because of the technology back then. I was not around when this movie was being made. I was around when the movie came out, but because I was just born. But I think that technology has gotten much better since then. And apparently he doesn't like the soundtrack. The soundtrack's fine. I'm not the biggest Prince fan, but it's fine. And that's basically it. I don't know why you guys are looking for him, reason to cancel him. I guess people have nothing better to do. I'm not blaming the people who are watching this, but whoever did this has nothing better to do and to look up people they already don't like and find something wrong, then they make a report about it. What I have to say to that person is, get a life. Don't you have something better to do than do this? Anyway, we should stop trying to cancel every celebrity in the world because they have different opinions about us. Now that they broke the law, then you can do that. He did not break the law. So yeah, we also got, so Disneyland is remodeling as they do, and you know how they're rebuilding the the Splash Mountain ride and replace it with its Princess and the Frog one. Well, now that they're getting rid of that ride, they're getting rid of every single thing that reminds you of the bear groups. The bear rabbit, the bear fox, the bear one, all three of them. Because even though these guys are the three best parts about the movie, because I've seen Song of the South, and yes, the movie's boring. There is some stuff in there that could be counted as racist. Only part I really would think about that movie that would actually, during their parts, as being racist is the when Bear Rabbit punches Black Puddle versus staring at him funny and not responding. That's the only part I would think during their parts racist. But these guys are not. Oh, not. Those guys are the most funniest parts in the movie. Okay. All right. But apparently, some people in California think that these three are racist now. So they're putting owls and regular animals in front of their pictures. So yeah, I thought they were at least these guys were gonna stay. Like, do you really look around when you go to these stores? Because I didn't notice these things were even there. These three things that they're replacing. Because I went inside the Splash Mountain and thing, and I didn't even know these things were even there. So replacing them is not that not even bug. Because I went there last year, and I didn't even know these things are these pictures of them are even there. Because I'm looking at things to buy. So yeah, but the thing is that these things are not really should be replaced because most people don't even look around the store at the designs unless they're in there for a long time. They're mostly in there just to buy stuff or look around. So yeah, but these guys have nothing better to do, and they're adding on more to the Haunted Mansion. I guess they're giving it a garden from it's Madame Yoda's garden. So I don't know when I know the pictures already are being replaced because that's easy, but building a garden that's going to take a while. So we'll see a lot that's going to take. And last piece of news is looks like we're getting a new Dreamlight bundle for Disney Dreamlight Valley. It's where we get Vanessa. This one you have to pay for. You can make Ursula look like Vanessa, and there's a bunch of other stuff with it. Now, this one I'm definitely going to take. I still not gotten that Wally one yet. So, and I have not really been doing much with that game since the last update, but I know you can take pictures and it gets you more dream moonstones, but I'm busy with Final Fantasy 16. So, we'll see. When that update comes out, I'll go and get money on there, or figure out how to get more moonstones. So yeah. So see. So let's talk about Ahsoka, episode 3, and that. So spoilers ahead for that episode if you haven't seen it yet. And I know it's not getting that much views, but that's their decision not to watch it. And I know Sabine should be dead because it killed her getting stabbed through her belly because Qui-Gon didn't survive that, and neither did Maul during the second time that during the second fight that, well, really, who knows how many fights those two have had, but during when Obi-Wan Kenobi killed them in Rebels. So those two really are probably not happy about that. They're looking down from the Force and like, what the heck? But what are you gonna do? So during this episode, we have Sabine being trained by Ahsoka and David Tennant, robot. Yeah, that's David Tennant, the same exact voice who was in Doctor Who. One of the doctors from Doctor Who, the purple guy, and Scrooge McDuck. So yeah, and we find out that Hera tries to talk to like the leaders of the rebels or whatever, and they only one of them agrees with her about going to look for Ezra and Thrawn, because only one of them really knows about this stuff, because she's been around since back then, but the other ones are all new, so they really don't care. Neil will tell her no, so Hera cannot help Ahsoka or Sabine, so they're on their own. And I do like how Ahsoka was training her. Remind me a lot of how Luke was being trained by Obi-Wan, because she made her wear the helmet and stuff like that. Except that she didn't use those little bitty balls. She just kept on like hitting her with a stick. So yeah. And then she goes and we have the apprentice and the one that a lot of people think is Ezra start shooting at them in this because they're in space. And then we see like a big hyperspace thing that is there, and it hits them while David Tennant robot's trying to like get a read up on it, and eventually they go get hit and makes him like shut down, and they have to go and hide in the forest. And the David Tennant robot tells them about what type of ship it is. And oh yeah, they see all those whales that Ezra had helped him taking down Thrawn and Rebels. So it was nice to see those things in live action. And then they look pretty accurate how they looked like in the show. I'm happy that a lot of these things look pretty close to what they looked like in animation. Yes, some of the actors are not the same, but I think some of them are getting a little bit better. But yeah, we also saw, I think, Hera and Caleb's son, and he looks right around the age. He doesn't looks like he favors more of his dad here. So I don't know. Maybe Hera's the actress needs to do a little bit better, but I don't know why they didn't have the people who voice act them to do this, because they're gonna all be wearing paint anyway. I mean, yet we get David Tennant and Clancy Brown to reprise the roles, but that's basically it. I think only one that's really doing a good job is really the Sabine actress, but I think it's fine. I think they're mostly they're doing their best to be their actors. I think Ahsoka's actress is getting better. So, and we haven't really seen much of Ezra's. And still I'm not seeing the prototype one for Chewbacca yet. I wonder where he is. And Chopper's still Chopper. But I think, and the episode ends there with the Master. I want to remember their names. I'm sorry if I'm not saying their names. I cannot remember these characters' names for the life of me, because they don't say them that much. Send like a bunch of like bounty hunters or something like that after them into the forest, because they're hiding in the forest. So yeah, and that's how the episode ends. So, I don't know. It's fine. I can't wait for next week. Trying to get somebody caught up with all this so they can watch it with me eventually. So, yeah. I know a lot of people are kind of tired of all these Star Wars stuff, but I think they should probably give these two late shows a try. Because, yes, they've had a little bit mishaps since with Obi-Wan and Book of Boba Fett, and maybe the third season of Mandalorian. But I think that this show and um, the one before this Andor try. So yeah. So I'll see you guys later. Like, share, and subscribe, and bye bye. I forgot to score this. Really, this is really more like a halfway point episode. So I'm probably only gonna get this one like an 8 out of 10. So that's basically it. Bye.